Hey guys, Comic Mr. Rob here, back with another video. Sitting in, of course, yet again, my little nerd cave or collection room, which I showed you guys recently, just out of frame, well, kind of in frame a little bit, just in frame or out of frame, whatever. I do have a little short box here, and we'll get to that in a little bit. This is another pickup video for the week. I didn't get a whole lot, but I did get some, and I guess if you want to go by volume, I got a lot. But if you want to go by variety and different types of books, not so much. I found a really good deal. Now, all these books are individually priced that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. And don't be confused by those prices. That is not what I paid for this collection. A little bit of a spoiler there. That is not what I paid for this very, very specific niche, small one section of a guy's collection who collects tons of stuff. But he hit me up, and he's in one of the local Facebook groups that I am a part of here locally in my town, in my area, and we talked, and he actually had them at a comic book store, which is why they are priced this way, but we did like a bulk deal. But before we dive into what that is, I wanted to show you guys, I only have four. Basically, I would call them bangers for me. I'm not some big baller, but I found some pretty sick books. I'll start with this. This is X-Men King Size Special number 1. Now, it's a really cool cover because you have the X-Men versus essentially the Avengers. You got some really cool early Charles art and all that at the bottom. This is a really cool book. Now, I think this is actually like a mimic cover or a reprint cover of an earlier issue. I do love the X-Men. It's one of my favorite, but I am not super versed on very early X-Men. Mainly because most of those books are just like well outside of my price range. And, I have an obsessive mentality. So if I start looking at them and fall in love with them, I'm going to flip my life upside down to try and achieve them. And I can't do that to myself. I would be set up for failure, my friends. But I also picked up, which if you watched my last video, I showed you guys, I picked up the first appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man. And I found something that is sort of tied for Black Suit Spider-Man. That would be Marvel Meetup. This is Spider-Man and Daredevil issue. This is from around the exact same time as the first Black Suit in title. And I figured I had the other one. This was for a ridiculously good deal. Figured I might as well pick this one up too. And I'm glad I did. I do. It's a beautiful, I love these purple vibrant backgrounds as well as like pink backgrounds, which we'll see in just a second. To get some more Spider-Man going, I did find I always love this book, First Appearance of Carnage. This is a great book. Now, I do only have this issue. I would like to get all the little mini run of Carnage, which I'll keep looking for. I was going to do that this past week, but he did not have it available. So no hard feelings there. And then this last one is sort of a big one, not huge, but it's the first cover appearance of Venom as Venom, not Black Suit Spider-Man, but actual Venom. And this was actually a book I've been looking for a pretty long time. I do like Todd McFarlane, so I mean, of course, it makes sense. But this is a really kind of a book I've been searching for, and it's usually around like 80 to 100 bucks, and I got this one for $60, which is a good deal in my eyes. You guys might find it cheaper, but in my eyes, it made sense. Now, to what's in this little short box over here. Now, I pulled these aside. These are not new pickups, but I wanted to just say that these are not part of what I grabbed. This is the Jim Lee, all the different number ones, the variant, and then you have all the different number ones that released with the 1991 Volume 2 X-Men. You guys have probably seen these 100 times. You probably have them in your collection. They are very popular and very common books. There's not a lot of rarity behind what I'm about to show you, but it is something that I've wanted. Now, I am a 90s kid. I grew up with this version of X-Men being My X-Men at the time, and I was able to find issue. He did have issue 1, but I told him he could keep it because I already had the full issue 1 set. But yeah, it was issue 1 through 113, which is the way they did this one's kind of different. It's the original run, and then it turns into New X-Men. It changes title, and it does that for about 50 issues, and then it changes back into X-Men, and they do that for about 50 issues. So I will eventually collect the other two, the extra 100 books that are missing, but I was super stoked to get it all in one place. Now again, these are individually priced at $3 a book, which is a little steep, but we bought all of them and we were able to work out like a really good deal. I think I ended up getting these for $1 a book. So, you know, you get issue number 2. I'll show you the first probably 10 because that's where most of the major books are, and then we'll jump around a little bit to just some cool covers. Issue number 3. Now again, this is all volume 2. This is not volume 1. This is probably the biggest one of the batch. This is the first Omega Red. Now that says 10. Again, I did not get it for a $10 book. It all worked out to be around $1 a book, $1.50 a book, I think actually. Second Omega Red. I love this 90s art. You know what I mean? Jim Lee's a Superman, but no pun intended. But you know, these books are awesome, and I'll go through and take all these price tags off eventually when I have time. But I was just excited to get this video and show you guys this collection. You know, show, I think I can't remember how many. I think it's all the way up to like the first 37 issues were Jim Lee, which is crazy. People love this Wolverine cover. Yeah, all these are solid classic Jim Lee stuff, man. I like that it's also just like X-Men, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I like the Uncanny X-Men. I like the early titles where it's like the strangest teens or most powerful teens, all that stuff. But these books are awesome. And then you got a few more of these guys. Sorry, I'm kind of blowing through these. Feel free to pause the video. I just wanted to kind of show these books off because, I mean, it was a pretty cool collection to get a hold of, personally speaking. Another really cool Omega Red. I like Omega Red. He's a cool character. Another cool Omega Red cover. This is a really cool Colossus cover. I do enjoy Colossus. Most of my favorite characters are the big, strong, bulky guys. Just kind of cool covers, man. These are all really cool. This is kind of a hot book because, well, not a hot book, but this would be a cool cover because you got pretty much all your popular guys right now because of the new Disney series that has been making the runs. Which, honestly, tell me what you guys think about that. I thought that was awesome. I loved it. I'm excited for season 2, to be honest with you. Some issue number 22. Another cool cover. 23. Oh yeah, people love this one too. Again, this says $10. I did not pay $10. I don't want you guys to think I overpaid for a bunch of books that you could get out of like the $1 and $2 bin. But again, that's another big one because of the show. The classic little Gambit hologram on it. That's cool. Let's see. Got a little Captain America appearance on the cover. That's cool. Beast and Sinister squaring off. That's awesome. Looks like a little Silver Surfer in there too. These are all really cool books, man. Like I enjoy this run. It definitely 1 through 113. That's like I'm gonna get a little wedding photo. That's cool. I definitely enjoy the original 1 through 113. That was kind of my bread and butter as a child. Kind of helped me get into collecting. Back then I didn't really keep my comic books though. I wish I did. I would have not had to buy this again. I don't even think I had them all the first time, but I definitely had a good chunk of them. And when you were done with comic books, you either ripped them up and hung them up on your wall, or you threw them away, or your parents did because they were only like $1.50 or $2. So they were definitely And then this is 37. I think this is, I don't know if this is still Jim Lee or not. I'd have to look into that. I think that might have been his last cover. And then it kind of just jumps into, I'll show you just like some cool covers that people like, or that I like personally. Yeah, like here, this is a book you see that you like, oh, shook the whole table, whole camera. This one's really nice. People like this one because, again, it's like the whole Rogue and Gambit thing. That's cool. The X-Men Kid cover. People like the Kid cover. Classic X-Men logoing on top. And then there's a few more in here I'll share with you. I'm flipping through all of them. This video would be super long if I went through every single one of them. I really enjoyed, there was one other one I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, that's kind of a cool little like foily cover. It's hard to, oh yeah, you can see it. That's kind of cool. You see the reflection of the camera in it too. Wow, that's really shiny, huh? And then let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. Love that. That's awesome. Love that. And then we'll get into towards the end of the run back here. I like, big fan of Nightcrawler. It's a cool Nightcrawler cover. And then we'll get into I have the annual, but this would be 113. This was the final, the Eve of Destruction. This was the final of the original 1 through 113. So I showed you the first, I'll show you the last. I do like doing that. And then eventually we'll do an update on this series and get the rest of the books for sure. I definitely don't see why not if I got this far into it, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that is that's most of the pickups I got. So I got technically issue number 2 through 113, and then I got these Spidey books I showed you, as well as that one X-Men King Size number 1, which again, all very cool books. I'm very happy to add all of this stuff to my collection. I do look forward to continuing to grow and update the collection. I did pick up some extra short boxes, so I do now have a total of 12 short boxes that I can, that are almost full. I have 2 open boxes left, or no, 3 open boxes left, and I'm going to probably continue to grow it. If you guys are interested, I had a funny idea for a video called Collection Spotlight, kind of like what we did today. I'm going to pick, like, say a full run of a certain book or franchise, and I will go through and show you guys the run, some of the key issues, some of the bigger books, as well as some of the really cool cover art, because at the end of the day, we love looking at books and just go, ooh, that's a pretty looking book. So I am just as guilty as everyone else, and I do have I am a run completionist. I do have several runs that are just finished already. Nova, Omega the Unknown, I got a bunch of Flash completed, Watchmen, Sandman. I got a whole bunch of the verses, so I have DC versus Marvel, I have the Justice League versus Avengers, I have a full run of Invaders or Defenders. I mean, you just name it. I got a ton of finished runs. I do enjoy reading these books, so I do like getting the complete story. And if you guys wanted to look at some of the more up-close, in-depth, one-on-one books of some of my bigger keys and bigger collections and longer runs, I would be more than happy to sit down in this style of video and go through and show you guys my short boxes and show you guys my collection a little bit more in depth. Apart from that, if you have any recommendations or suggestions as to what kind of content you'd like to see, I am slowly trying to work my way towards filming my actual hunts when I go and buy these books. And I would love to take you guys along on that venture as well, but I'm still trying to figure that out. Actually, my main local comic book store does not actually allow filming inside his store, so that is definitely kind of a bummer. I would have to find some different surrounding local shops, which there are some. They're just not quite my bread and butter. The guy that I usually go to has the books, and these other shops are kind of like your flea market or antique store style shops, not a traditional LCS. But I would love to pick your brains and figure out what kind of content you want to see what more you would like from the channel. Again, thanks for watching. This has been Comic Mr. Rob. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.